Hey there, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to this video with my friend Ashlee. Can I just talk about how we met just really quick?
Yes.
So, really, I feel like I've known her a long time, but I've actually been known her a year. And so we ended up, I was putting on a psychic fair in April of this year, and she called me about being a vendor.
Hmm.
And I can't remember what happened or something like that, but I think it was full on vendors or something like that,
Yeah.
or you had prayed about it or meditated on it or whatever. But anyways, we had this long conversation. I was so impressed because she always had this meditation music in the back, and I was always like, "Oh, your place sounds so nice."
Yeah.
And anyways, long story short, she spoke at my Inner Temple Symposium
Yes.
back in November, and she is a part of our Mystic Alliance and is loving it.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's loving it.
Yes.
So,
I can't wait to
so,
talk about it.
but yeah. So let's talk about it.
You know what too connected us? To backtrack a little bit, our connection with our mothers and so much. And it's been a divine connection. So thank you, first of all. And it does feel a lot longer than a year. Um, the symposium was I feel like I still am running on an energetic like buzz from it because one thing you do well is bring the right group of people together, and it was such great energy of healers, empaths, high vibrational beings that want to share their purpose and goals, and so we all learned so much, and it was just such an amazing event. And then we got this wonderful opportunity about becoming a part of the Mystic Alliance because everything was also about connection. And the connections that were formed and the energy was just beautiful at the symposium. So I'm so excited to be a part of the Mystic Alliance. And I want to share what that is with the people and tell them kind of what that opportunity is all about.
Absolutely. So let me just first state that one of the things I do in my meditation every morning, well, not every morning, I forget because I'm human, but is send me the right and perfect people. I always say that. Send me the right and perfect people and do this in my highest and best good and make it easy. It always has to say make it easy because
Yes.
I'm done with the hard part.
Simple is everything, key to
And
life.
so the Mystic Alliance, how that came about. So my friend Dawna Campbell and I were working on a project last year, and I had been sitting there forming. I've done energetic healing and psychic readings and mediumship, and I've done. I was a corporate trainer for 25 years. I've managed training departments, built training programs, all this other kind of stuff. And I kept on thinking, how do I bring my worlds together? Just, and I
One.
love motivating people and I love helping and serving people. I also like to have, I'm kind of bougie. I'm not gonna lie. And I like I was growing up, my mother said, yeah, Jeremy is a poor boy with a champagne budget. And she used to make jokes about that all the time, but she would say,
I
there's no
love
way in
that.
hell my son is ever going to live without. So
Yeah.
another side story. I was worked for this group called the Seventh Heaven Psychic Cafe back when I
Mm.
was like 27, 28 years old.
Yeah.
And one of the psychics there used to tell my mother and her best friend, Jeremy one day is going to be working at or buying his clothes from Kmart, and Damien or Daryl and my mom said, "There's no way in hell." He said, "We're going to buy his clothes from Kmart," and I can honestly say, I haven't, and I never will because it's out of business. So, but anyways, fast forward to the Mystic Alliance and talking about that. I like joking around if you can't tell.
Yes.
Why the Mystic Alliance came along is I wanted to blend my two worlds together, and then my friend Dawna and I complement each other very much. And
Mm.
she knows a lot about a lot of things, and I know a lot about a lot of things. And I've built events in corporations where she's built it actually out in the world of personal development and all that other kind of stuff. And I felt it was a great blending the two. And so a year
Mhm.
ago, I just thought I was just going to teach people how to teach.
Yeah.
And
It's so much
so
more.
then when I did the psychic fair in April, something hit me. I'm going to teach these people, spiritual teachers and healers, how to build their business and how to do this. Because if I don't know how to do it, I'm pretty sure I know somebody. Because I had a podcast for 11 years and I know a lot of people in this business. I'm
Mhm.
also get around a lot. Let's use that word other than what I normally
You
use.
network
I
very
network.
well.
I network very well. And I thought to myself, why not serve the community that's helped me so much
Yeah.
and help them build their business? And not just build their business, bring together community. Because I don't want it just to be about business classes. I mean,
No.
that's a big part of it, but the
You're more about
connection.
the connection.
Yeah, and honestly, what I can tell you guys is, yeah, I'm really good at designing social media posts. I'm good at putting videos together and creativity and all that other kind of stuff. But the true thing that helps build your business is how you connect with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, what would be, how would that look if I did that? And so that's the premise of the idea.
Yeah.
And as soon as I talked to Dawna, it was like
Yeah.
and then I talked to you maybe like a week after that, and it was like
Mhm.
still boom, boom, boom. And this girl's a hustler. I'm just gonna tell you, like she was like,
The New York in me.
yeah, and she was doing such a great job. But anyways, yeah, that's how it started.
It's beautiful because the alignment of the relationships that you put together in a room and that you've just established from all your experience and your skill set is everything. And all of the individuals are just so humble and unique and good at their niche. And it's just the right energy. So let's dive in and talk about what the Mystic Alliance does, how we connect, the details of it.
Yeah.
Share more because we had an amazing first meeting.
Yeah, so we're having a monthly Zoom meeting, and all of those meetings are going to be archived. So even if you miss something, you'll get the benefit of it. But our first meeting was about value, and it was interesting. My business partner in it, Dawna, had just been to an event in Houston, and so I talked about my what I felt value was and the lessons I've had in that, because I teach very much from the fact that I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and usually failed more times than I've actually been successful.
Used for
through
the
failure,
learning.
Yeah, through the learning. And so, but Dawna said three things, and I know it really affected you. The one really affected you, but she started value things based on, charge things based on, a fee of what the service is, and then charge a fee based on time. And then the other one was, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So not to charge your value based on being your value and your experience and that actual work that it is was the life-changing part for me.
Yeah.
To not only know what your value is, but to be of it and make sure you're charging for that and there's nothing wrong with that. You know?
Yeah.
So that was mind shifting.
Yeah, it was really, really pretty incredible when you really, really think about it. So so being a part of the Mystic Alliance also gets, I'm going to keep on putting stuff out there. Like I put automatically in there, in the actual area where the members go, I put in there a 12 module course on how my last 20 some odd years in this business, how I built myself up to actually being full-time in this and not, making a living doing it. And I've gone back and forth. I've gone back and forth between corporations, stuff like that. But so I put that 12 module, even about the legal stuff and mindset and all that other kind of stuff. And then I also loaded in, I'm going to start loading in, like I've interviewed Eben Alexander and all these books. So I'm taking those down from my YouTube, and that's the only place you're going to get it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to start interviewing people like Ashlee, that how do they keep on going forward and not give up? Those kind of things. Things that I wish I would have had.
Yeah.
When I first started.
Yes.
And because I'm literally, I'm joking about it a little bit, but if you don't have any resources, you go into this not knowing. I mean, YouTube was a great resource for me, but more importantly, I just kept on trying and messing up.
Yeah.
And learning from it.
Yes.
And that's how I did it. So, but yeah, that's.
I agree with you so much, and that's something we parallel on, is that we're passionate about, giving that back of what we wish we had. And that leadership in us to show you, to make your path easier and simpler. And it doesn't have to be, while still putting in the work for it. It is great. I am looking forward to what's to come. There's another symposium coming up that we are working towards.
February. Yeah, February. It's going to be.
I can't wait.
And then there's going to be one in St. Petersburg. And Dawna and I's goal is to have one in Cancun
Mm.
every year. So let me tell you a little bit about what it costs, because I encourage everybody to do the $97 VIP
Mm-hmm.
per month. Why did I do it $97? Well, a lot of these programs are $20 and $30 and $40,000 for the year. I didn't want it to be so expensive that everybody can't afford it, but I obviously couldn't make it so cheap that I don't make a living. And so that's one of the lessons I teach in there is, you have to make a living at this.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, some people argue with me and say you can't charge for God's gift and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, when God pays my electric bill, then but he also says I have to go out and tend to my flock too in the Bible, so and tend to my field. So he didn't say go out there and be starving. So
He didn't.
I had to charge Don and I had to charge something in order to be, for us to make a living, so we can continue to serve.
And
in that sense.
honestly, the worth it's triple that, and it shows you, just your knowledge and your wisdom that you have to offer. Resources are everything.
Yeah.
They are, and we should be able to open and expand what those resources are, and the Mystic Alliance does that. So the $97 package the worth is there.
Yeah, and I want to share with you that gets you access to all of it's not meant to be an infomercial, but it is that. The $97 gets you all the recordings of everything we've ever done. There is another option that's cheaper, and we built that on purpose so that we could help rise people up and they could build their business even at a budget, because I didn't want to leave anybody behind.
Yeah.
That was my thing. So that one's $33 a month. Now you don't get any of the recordings. You get 2 meetings a month that you come to from industry leaders, and you get that for the VIP as well. And let me tell you about some of the industry leaders. Mo Rock, the CEO of the Los Angeles Tribune, came on our symposium.
Beautiful.
Absolutely wonderful. A woman named Jen Drummond came on. She is holds the world record for climbing the 7-second summits, and was challenged by her son to climb Mount Everest. There is one of my friends built one of the largest psychic conferences in the country. I'm going to ask him to come on. These are the caliber of people. Well, Ashlee. So,
and Kevin Lee.
And Kevin Lee.
He touched me.
Yeah, I mean, people that really will change your life. And the one thing that somebody has to know about me is I'm super petty when it comes to things. And so, I am really selective. Yes.
For everyone's highest good.
For everyone's highest good. I'm just so, but here's the deal. I won't allow anybody to be on there that I think is second rate. Yeah. I really, and not to judge anybody, and that's actually second rate is a bad choice of words, that's not ready to be that teacher. Now everybody has that capability within them, but there are certain people that aren't ready to teach, and that's okay. It's I wasn't ready to teach at one time, and I thought I was.
Yeah.
And so, but that's what the Mystic Alliance is about, and the caliber of people that are going to come in to help you build your business is astounding. I mean, I'm like, the people that came into that symposium, even I was shocked, and it's hard to shock me.
Yes.
I'm like,
and
I called her several times.
I know, we're behind the scenes texting. The sequence of how everyone went, even down to how the energy just built the whole 3 days, whether you could be there in the moment, be watching the replay, was amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, my friend Lisa Brewer, who has who helps light workers build their business already. My friend Debbie Roche, who's one of the most amazing holistic practitioners, and she's a chiropractor, functional medicine. I mean, oh wow!
How many speakers were there altogether for the symposium?
There was about 20 speakers.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm sitting here and trying to think of how.
I know the names can go on.
Natalie
and on.
Forrest. I mean, literally, when I started to think about what was my favorite day, I was like, I can't really find one.
No.
And so those are the people that are going to come to the Mystic Alliance. In the VIP, there's 4 meetings a month. And then they're going to be I also build conferences on cruise ships. Mm-hmm. So those people that come into that, I'm also going to be taking my 25 years of training experience and teaching people how to teach. Like, one of the concepts I'm going to teach is called social learning. And that's where we don't always have to lecture. Matter of fact, a good 60% of the time, I'm staying at my friend's house, and Atlas wants to be a part of the video. Oh my God, Atlas, you're killing me.
It's universe saying you're doing a good
all right,
job.
that's universe. I guess he's saying we have to stop. You need to come. Christy, come and get your dog. So, anyways, sit. Hey, sit. I'll pet you. Sorry about that. I'm not editing that out. But that's the Mystic Alliance, and I really wanted everybody to experience. You really don't.
You know what I love too is then all the speakers then also beyond speaking then put an offering out to everybody, and it's just rippling out the ripples and work and the connections and the healing energy that's done. Was just really beautiful.
No, you were fine the whole video. Sit. Sit. Anyways, yeah, it was.
You've done the cruises for a while too.
Yeah, so that's the point I wanted to make. Those are going to be the first people I asked to be on my cruises. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have speakers outside of that, but I want really the idea is to help you be successful, and I also want to provide the platform for them to speak on.
Yes,
so
because can we talk about that for a little bit? Because going into this beautiful energy that we are going into the next new year with, we need to not only the resources but the platforms, and getting that message out there and connecting together to do so on these beautiful platforms like the LA Tribune, like social media, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if just be open to the advancements with it, because the platform and the resources with the right people is where the magic happens. And
that's the key thing. So people that are in this business, they feel like they have a calling. Including Atlas. Apparently he feels like he has a calling tonight too. But so they feel like they have a calling. So the idea is to create a network of people, help them develop them, and get that message out there as light workers and really change this planet. And heal the souls that are wanting to be healed in the highest and best good. And so, all joking aside, that's really it's really about building community, helping people grow, and serving the people that are wanting to be served or needing to be served to. So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot to it. And apparently Atlas is going to be the mascot. He's going to be the mascot. Christy, I'm sorry, you have to take your dog. So he's going to come. We're going to do a photo shoot and everything.
An emotional support dog for the group.
He's an emotional support dog for the Mystic Alliance now. So. Anyways, long story short, that's where we're at. So, anything else to say? I think we've said.
Yeah, I mean, you covered everything so beautifully. And the other, I just want to lastly touch with you. It was so beautiful that you mentioned helping to change the world, because that is what ends up happening. And everybody in the group is doing the work, and that's where it happens. Yeah. Work on self, then connect that to the relationships, and then change the world in a good way.
Absolutely. Well, everybody have an amazing holiday, and much love to everybody. The Mystic Alliance, well...
Tell them where they can find information or connect with you.
So, I would go to the Mystic Alliance website, but I'm not going to give that because I'm going to have Ashlee give her link for it. But you can also connect with me on social media and the storytellingalchemist.com, but I really want you to go to her link and sign up for the Mystic Alliance. So that's
perfect. So we will link that in the comments, and then you can check it out. The video is great. The information is great once you click there, and
yeah. So everybody, peace.
Love
and Atlas has finally calmed down. So.